the length and width, assuming it as a square, so both sides will be 3000. So with respect to depth or thickness of this concrete pedestal, so this is a load dispersion line. It should be equal to 45 degrees. So assuming this is a 45 degrees, the gap on both the sides will be 1.23. So if you consider on one side, so this total is 3 meters, out of which 0.54 is taken by the slab base. So left over will be 1.23 on both the sides. So the angle is 45 and this extra gap is 1.23. Even this depth also will be equal to 1.23. So provide a concrete base of dimension 3 by 3 by 1.23 meters. So now you are having connections over here. One is the connection between concrete base and slab base. So this particular connection, so directly you can write it as provide 4 bolts of 300 mm long anchor bolts of 20 mm diameter. So these are the anchor bolts will be provided at 4 corners. So now connection between, so this is how we will be providing the anchor bolts on 4 edges. So connection between column and slab base. So for this connection between column and slab base, this particular connection, so you can see here everywhere it is a lap joint. So assume 8 mm thick angle. So angle to be used here in order to connect a column to the slab base, and one angle leg will be connected to flange of column, the other will be connected to slab base. So choosing 22 mm HSFG bolts of grade 8.8. From page 76, this will be the formula to get the bolt value. So there are only two interfaces, one interface as it is a lap joint. So VNSF will be getting this value and VDSF will be this 75.8, which is nothing but bolt value. So number of bolts is given by load by bolt value. So now the total load acting is 1500. So that has to be divided by 2. The only reason is the total load acting on this column will be equally divided between each flange and some portion of web. So half of web portion and one flange will be taking the half of total load. So the total 1500 by 2, 750 is taken by this shaded portion, and once again these 750 is equally shared between the web and flange. So it will be equal to 370. You are designing the connection with respect to flange of column. The connecting angle leg to flange, and so the load acting on the flange of the column should be calculated. So directly you can say that the total load divided by 4 will be the load acting on the column flange. So 375 divided by bolt value, we will be getting 6 bolts here. You can see here. So this particular way here, 6 bolts in 2 rows will be provided. So from this view we can see only 3 bolts. So going and moving on further, so pitch and edge will be calculated in this fashion. So this will be the detailing of it. On the top view we can see only 2 rows of bolts, and the same bolts will be provided for this particular connection also. So based on the pitch and edge, the dimensions of the angle leg will be determined. So these are the 4 anchor bolts. The dimension of slab base is 540, 490 and 32 mm thick. The dimension of concrete pedestal is 3 meter by 3 meter by 1.23. So these 3 views should be drawn. And this is the top view. Moving on to the design of gusseted base. Design a suitable bolted gusseted base for a column ISHB 350 at 661.2 Newton per meter. This should be converted to kg per meter. The cover plates used are 320 by 20 mm, and the thickness of the gusset plates used are 16 mm. The column has to carry a factored load of 2250 kN. Also design the concrete pedestal of M20 grade and use M24 bolts of grade 4.6 for making the connection. Take SBC as 225 kN per meter square. So the grade is 4.6. That means bearing type of bolts are being designed here. So this is a side view of a gusseted base. See, from this particular point till here is an I section, where from this view you can see only thickness of flange here and here. So total height from this particular point till here is 350. So two thicknesses of flanges along with the web portion can be seen here. So along with this I section, he says that two cover plates 320 by 20 are being used. So from this view we can see only 20 mm thick cover plate here, and the width is 320 mm. The thickness of gusset plate is 16 mm. So on both the sides gusset plate will be used of thickness 16 mm. Width and height will be based on the number of bolts which are obtained for the connection. So from this view you can see only thicknesses of flanges of the column and cover plates which run along the length of the column, and these two are the gusset plates on both the sides. So after that, two angle sections will be used for making the connection between this column, which is comprising of cover plate and the gusset plates, to the base which you are here. So this base is called as gusset base because the gusset plates are being used here, or extra plates are being used here. So this will be the concrete pedestal. You have to design both this gusset base as well as concrete pedestal. So the load given is factored 2250 kN. SBC is given 225 kN per meter square. M24 is given, that means the dia of bolts to be used is 224 mm. Diameter of bolt hole will be 26. Pitch and edge you have to calculate 60 and 40. So moving on to the design of gusset base. Once again the same stress formula will be used to get the area. So area will be now load by stress. So 2250 is the factored load, and divided by stress is from the concrete is 0.45 times of FCK. So area will be this much mm square. So now we are aware of the length of this base now, gusset base. See, this length of gusset base is nothing but the dimensions of all these things which are involved here. So starting with this, so the angle to be used is not mentioned here. So assuming that you will be using ISA 150 150 10. So from this particular point till here it will be 150 plus 60 plus 20 thickness of cover plate, plus from this point till here it is equal to 350. It is nothing but the depth of ISHB 350. Once again thickness of cover plate, once again thickness of gusset plate, and once again 150. Plus, assuming a 4 mm gap on both the sides, that is 4 plus 4, we will be obtaining the length of the gusset base. So getting the length of gusset base is very simple. Assume the gap on both the sides, assume that this is 4. So from here to here it is 4. The length of angle leg, thickness of gusset plate, thickness of cover plate, from this particular point till here it is 350. Once again thickness of cover plate, thickness of gusset plate, 150 plus 4 will give you the length of the gusset plate. That will be equal to 730 mm. So we are aware of area and we are aware of one side, so it's easy to get the other side, that is width, and that will be equal to 350 mm. So the area provided is 730 by 350. So this much. The required was this much, the provided is this much. So you have to make sure that the area provided should be always equal to or more than the required area. So now we can calculate the actual stress now. So load is 2250 divided by area provided is this much. So stress will be 8.8 Newton per mm square, that is acting on the gusset base. So in order to calculate the thickness, whereas in the slab base we had the formula to calculate the thickness from code book, whereas here you have to calculate the moment at this particular section due to the stress which is coming on this gusset base from concrete pedestal. So you have to assume the cross section at exactly at a point where the radius of this particular angle, this is called as root of an angle, and you have to choose a section at a point where exactly this radius ends. So choosing the cross section at this particular point, you have to calculate the moment at this particular point due to this stress. So first you have to calculate the length from this particular point till here. The stress is known. If you calculate the length, you can easily get the moment acting at this particular section XX, which is exactly at the point where the root radius of the angle ends. So the reason for finding out this moment is by using this formula over here, m is equal to z into sigma v, which is obtained by this basic equation. So using this, so d is nothing but t plus 10. What is this t plus 10? So d is nothing but this total thickness from this particular point till here. So this is 10 mm. You need to calculate this thickness. So total depth is this thickness plus this. We are aware of 10. If we calculate this total thickness, we will be getting the thickness of this plate. So using this formula, we will be getting the T, the required thickness. So you have to calculate moment first. So if you substitute the value of m, the moment at particular section, and in LHS, only unknown will be T. By that way, you can get the thickness of the gusset base. So now, you have to calculate this particular length now. How to get this length? So let's go back to this figure. So from this particular point till here, what is the available length? So from here to here it is 150 because it is an equal angle which is being used here. So from this particular point till here it is 150 plus 4. Total length from here to here is 154. From that, if you deduct this distance, you will be getting this distance here. You need to calculate the distance from this particular section till this end. So from this particular point till here it is 154, that is this 4 plus 150. So from 154 you have to deduct this distance now. So this is nothing but the thickness of the angle, that is 10 mm. So 10 can be deducted, and this is nothing but root radius of 150, 150, 10. If you refer to steel table for section 150 by 150 by 10, and if you get the property of root radius, it is 12 mm. So from here to here it is 10. So this particular point from here to, if you assume that this will act as a center for this radius now. So from this particular point till here it is nothing but radius of the root here. So root radius of 150, 150, 10 is 12 mm. So out of 154 you can deduct 10, the thickness of angle leg, minus root radius. So you'll be getting this length, and that is equal to 132. So 154 minus thickness of plate minus root radius, you'll be getting 132. So once you are aware of this, the moment at section x-axis is stress into, it is nothing but WL square by 2. So W is 8.8, 132 into 132 by 2. So moment at that particular section will be 76.66. So now we can substitute in this equation now. So B, assuming it as 1, D, I already told you, it is combination or addition of the thickness of angle leg plus the thickness of gusset plate. So BD square by 6, Fy is 250, gamma m naught is 1.1. So if you substitute here, the moment is obtained. If I substitute this moment at section x-axis in LHS, the only unknown will be T. So T is 34.9, so I will be rounding off to 35 mm. So now the dimension of gusset plate is 730 by 350 by 35 mm. So in order to calculate thickness, you have to calculate the stress, take the section at a point where the root radius of the angle section ends, calculate the moment at that particular section, substitute in this derived equation, we will be getting the thickness. So moving on to the design of concrete bed. It is similar to the previous problem which I discussed. So once I will be assuming it is a square. So the concrete pedestal will be 2.7 into 2.7 by 1.175. The connection between gusset base and concrete pedestal is same once again. We will be using anchor bolts of 20 mm dia of length 300 mm at all the 4 corners. The connection between angle leg and gusset base. The connection between column and cover plate. The connection between column cover plate, gusset plate and angle plate. See all these connections to be worked out. So this is one connection, this is other connection. So here only two thicknesses are involved, here 4 thicknesses are involved, here 3 thicknesses are involved. So for all this you have to find out the number of bolts. Use HSFG bolts. Number of interfaces are available now. The load acting, how to divide the load acting on the flange? The total load acting is 2250. So 2250 divided by 4 will give you the load acting on this particular flange. So using that load, and you will be getting the number of bolts for all these connections. And this is regarding column bases, slab base and gusset base. Thank you.